kind of dark because I ain't got my other light on. Because I unplugged it so I could plug in my laptop on my phone. What's going on, everybody? Got the Raging Rob Kinnison here. Just the update on what the hell's going on. I was debating with some of these students or whatever on Instagram and Twitter. Basically, pretty much doing the same thing that Mark Dice does on, Mark Dice. He's all over Twitter and YouTube and whatever. Basically doing the same thing that Mark Dice does, trying to, inform these people what's really going on, that the Democratic Nazi Party is using these kids as pawns for their gun grab global agenda. The United Nations and the New World Order, they want to usher in a one world government. Okay? And in order to do that, they're going to try any tactic, to take all our rights away. What's the first thing you do when you take a country's rights away? You disarm them. Okay? It's a tactic they do. Sometimes they overthrow countries like Iraq and Syria and Libya, and you have the cold countries go into chaos. You see what happened with Libya, Syria, Iraq, and a couple other countries, Venezuela's in the middle of a chaos. Yeah, that's what they do. They set it up that way. Steal their products, overthrow the country. Now the countries are for sale. We come in there, we take them over, we usher in a Rothschild bank, we take over their economy. Once we take over their economy, that's it, we got them. They did the same thing to us in 1913 when they tried to put in the Federal Reserve, which is owned by the Bank of England. That's why we're $20 trillion in debt. Anyway, but they want to get the guns. That's disarm us. And that way, once they disarm us, we can't fight back. Look what happened in the UK. They're arresting people for Facebook posts now in Iraq. The UK. 20 years after they took the guns. Same thing here. And to all you Nimrods out there, listen up. Hitler did the same thing. What did Hitler do before World War II? He used kids and he went on TV with kids and children. People are giving up their guns. And that's basically what's going on here. You see these videos of these citizens handing over their guns, sawing their AR-15s in half. That's what they want. They're brainwashing the citizens. They say, oh, we're not for gun control. We don't want to take your guns. You want to take AR-15? That's a gun last time I checked. It's not a Nerf toy. It's not a Super Soaker. Idiots. But anyway, I pretty much called them out and what they're doing. I got to be totally honest, and I'm not trying to bully anybody or anything, but I'm against their movement. It's not for the right cause. What are they doing? Blaming the NRA. I'm sorry, but anything that comes against my freedoms and tries to take my freedoms away, I'm against it. So yeah, I'm against their movement. They can get all this support worldwide. They don't have support from me. They are puppets of the New World Order, and they can't even see it. They're millennials. They don't know what's going on. It's got nothing to do with their age. Brainwashed by the liberal school system. So I'm taking some heat on Instagram and Twitter. I'm getting a lot of these millennials coming at me, and they're saying some nasty stuff. I went a little over the line. I said a little over the line stuff, like PG-13 stuff. You're not going to get our guns. Come and take it, Call them some nerds and, whatever. Oh, you're harassing kids, Rob. You're harassing teenagers. Well, hey, they wanted to come up. They wanted to take the political microphone, and attack the wrong people. They should be blaming the sheriff's department for not doing their job. Okay? The FBI for not doing their job. 39 calls on this nut. And nothing was done. They need to go and protest. I mean, I'll pay for the bus ticket up to Langley, Virginia, FBI headquarters. Is that where they have? Somewhere up there. Maybe it's D.C., Northern Virginia, wherever the FBI headquarters is at. Pay for the damn bus ticket if I was rich. so they can go protest the FBI and hold them accountable for not protecting them. Hold the school accountable. I mean, shit, after Columbine and these other school shootings, all public school, after Sandy Hook, all these public schools across the country should have had some safety implications in place to protect the students. I mean, Columbine, Sandy Hook, and the rest of these school shootings wasn't enough? When are we gonna wake up? Dude, we just had one a few days ago, and another one in Kentucky. Yeah, I want to see the metal detectors and the bulletproof glass and the bulletproof walls and the bulletproof blankets and the armed guards. That's what I want to see. We protect our jewelry stores, our airports, our banks, our courtrooms, our sports arenas. We don't protect our kids. Something wrong there. Something wrong there. You can't hide from evil. You got to fight evil head on. That's the way it is. So it's a typical tactic. They want to blame AR-15. They want to blame, the NRA. When the NRA is the one to put out safety classes and the proper way to safely store a gun, the proper way to handle a gun, and and what to do and what not to do, and how to approach if the police pull you over, what to do so you don't get shot, I went through these safety classes, okay, several times. I still get updated once in a while. Because as times change, you need to be updated. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, how can you blame the NRA for something that was out of the control? But that's the tactic they do. Blame the guns, blame the NRA. Okay, we're coming for the guns. And then they use that, we're constitutional. We support the Second Amendment. We're not against gun owners. Bullshit. They're not going to come out and tell you that. Underground, they are. It's a dirty little secret they hold. So basically what's going on is you can call it what you want, trolled, whatever the hell. I don't care what you call it. Debate or whatever. But anyway, the nasty stuff, this is how liberals are. And these millennials today are, the nasty messages I'm getting on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I mean, I'm getting death threats. I never ushered any threats. I never ushered any death threats. I never said 25% of as bad as what they're saying to me. I mean, I'm getting some nasty stuff. I don't even want to repeat. I don't even want to repeat this nasty stuff that I'm getting. I mean, they're going as far as saying I'm a Russian bot. No, the fact is I keep getting my damn Twitters and Facebooks locked up because they're trying to censor me. Because I'm a threat to the global movement. You know what's a threat to the global movement? The informed citizen. And I'm not the only one. What happened a few days ago? Twitter purged 3,000 conservatives right off their platform. Thousands of people, thousands of conservatives getting purged right off Facebook. It's happened to me. I get locked out. I exposed David Hogg for the fraud that he is. His dad was an FBI agent. He went to high school, graduated from high school in 2015 at a high school in California. I exposed it. I get locked right out of Facebook. And they say, well, this violates the terms. No, it does not violate the terms. It's a First Amendment freedom of speech. But Facebook is a private company, so they can knock you off basically for anything. And Twitter is getting sued because of this. Violation of the First Amendment freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech anymore. They're using these kids as global pawns, is what they're using them as. And if you talk against it, if you talk against the global movement, freedom of speech, purely, defining the First Amendment, freedom of speech, constitutional right. Oh, you're bullying kids. This is called harassment. Harassment and cyberbullying is not protected by freedom of speech. When I never issued any threats, I never issued any threats of violence, nothing like that. But the stuff that's coming my way is threats of violence, the stuff I'm not going to even repeat on camera. But that's what's going on. So, they say that we're not against the Constitution. Bullshit. Yes, they are. Because if they weren't, I wouldn't be getting the threats that I'm getting. And for the last damn time, you're not going to get our guns. The British tried it. And look what happened. They were unsuccessful. It's not going to happen. Yeah, and I'm not going to call out the students because I'm not going to, harass teenagers. I'm going to call out the global elite that are using these kids. These kids can't even see it. They don't know that the global elite, the ones that are higher up, they're using them as pawns. For their damn anti-gun grab agendas, Yeah, they want to disarm us. You know what's going to happen after they disarm us? They're going to start calling in the UN. I mean, they're already spray painting mailboxes certain colors to identify who's going to be a threat. Who needs to be eliminated, who needs to be thrown in a FEMA camp. They're spray painting mailboxes certain colors to identify those threats. They got UN soldiers in the country right now. They're ready for war. They're coming for the guns. They're going to try it. This is the tactic. They're playing the Hitler playbook by the letter. Okay, by page. Hitler used kids to disarm the Jews. People willing, they mess with your head using kids on TV, and then people willingly give their guns up. Oh, I feel sorry for them. Here's my guns. I mean, I feel sorry for what happened in Florida too. That should have never happened. No parent should send their kids to school worrying about their safety, and no parent should have to, have their daughter shot in the back, and it's sick. Yeah, I'm very sorry for what happened in Florida, and no student should ever have to go to that trauma, or any parent should have to go through that. No, nobody should. But you see what's happening here. The global elite is using the Hitler playbook by page, and they're following it page by page, doing the same thing that Hitler did, putting children on TV, make them look like innocent little children, and then they get conservatives going on camera willingly giving their guns up. The ones that are not willing to give them the guns up, they're going to start regulation to get more guns off, out of our hands. And then it's going to hit a breaking point. I'm saying it could go this way. Hit a breaking point where, okay, now we're going to we're going to start confiscating them. But they're going to do it quietly. They're not going to go door to door gun confiscating, because you see what happened at Ruby Ridge and Waco. They don't want a repeat of that. That's not what they want. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it like New Orleans. They're probably going to use that weapon they have up in Alaska, HAARP, play with the weather, try to put in a new hurricane. What happened after Katrina in 2005? The mayor says, I want everybody out of the city. Everybody out. You know why he wanted everybody out of the city? To confiscate the guns. Katrina happened. Everybody got evacuated from New Orleans. The ones that are left, there was little resistance. But what did they do after Katrina? After everybody was out? They were going door to door confiscating guns. You know why they were doing that after Katrina? When everybody was out? Little resistance. Because they know that the American civilian is outnumbered. There's more guns in this country than our military have and our law enforcement have. The civilian, we are the real Homeland Security. So they're not going to step to us. They're not. But they're going to do it slowly. That's how the New World Order works. And that's how they did it in Katrina. Door-to-door gun confiscation after everybody was out of the city. There was very little resistance. There's a few people that stayed, and there was some resistance and there was some arrest. But it was very little. And that's how they're going to try to do it. So, anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, these little punks threatening me, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not for that at all. I didn't usher any threats out. But anyway, that's the video.